Yo, what is going on, guys? So we are back with another Combat Master online video for you here today, and I wanted to talk a little bit about the game while we wait for this sequel to come out pretty soon. If you guys remember the last video that I did, we talked about how there was an update over on their official Discord server where they said that the game, if everything went well, should be coming out within the next 3 weeks, which means that it could come out basically just right before Christmas Day. So we're still in that time frame. It's barely the 17th right now, so there still is a little bit over a week that this game could come out, and it hopefully will. And if it does, I think that there's going to be one really important thing that they're going to need to do in order to make sure that it is as successful as it could be. So obviously the main priority is going to be that they shouldn't have any copyright issues with this second game like they did with the first. That's what got the game shut down basically, and that's what ruined the whole thing. So that's going to be the number one priority, of course. I know some people might comment saying, no, they got to make sure that there's no copyright issues and stuff. Yes, of course, that is the most important thing, but assuming that the second game doesn't have any copyright issues like they're claiming, then I think the most important thing that they're going to need to do going into the launch of the second game is to continue listening to the community. Now, I know this may seem very, very obvious, but at the end of the day, I think this is one of the most important things that is going to make this game great. People wanted tactical sprint in Call of Duty Mobile. People wanted the meta, adjusted and stuff when certain guns were just way too powerful. People wanted certain things, and they've been saying it for months and months and months, and it falls on deaf ears. Basically, these things have not been implemented, or they take way too long to be implemented in Call of Duty Mobile, and this is because of a lack of communication between the Call of Duty Mobile developers and with the community. So things happen relatively slowly when it comes to being fixed or changed in COD Mobile, and that's something that I don't want to see happen with this game. I think that these developers right now have a very good shot at having a very popular first-person shooter on mobile, and if they listen to their community when their community is rising together and saying, this needs change, this needs to be fixed, we want this coming to the game and stuff, I think if they listen to those pleas, then I think that this game could end up being a lot more successful. And so far, they have shown that that is what they're planning on doing. Obviously, they're working on the second game right now to fix the copyright issues from the first game that all of us in the community brought up. And obviously, they have implemented stuff in the first game that the community has been wanting basically in COD Mobile for years now, essentially. We've wanted the Modern Warfare 2019 movement. People have wanted tactical sprint. People have wanted more realistic animations and stuff. And they implemented those things into the first game. Now we're going to see how that does come over into the second game, because we don't know exactly which animations were copyrighted and all that stuff, but we can suspect that they are going to try to keep that original Combat Master feel going into the sequel. Another thing that shows me that they are willing to listen to not only the community, but to content creators as well, is that they have been very active in leaving comments on my Combat Master video. And they never had anything bad to say, even though I was one of the most critical content creators covering this game. I was basically showing exactly what was copyrighted. I was coming up with all of these videos and stuff, and they never took it as hate. They took it as constructive criticism, and they even made me one of their official content creators for the game, because they recognized that I was not hating on the game, that I wasn't trying to get it shut down or anything like that, but that I was showing them and I was showing the community what needed to change in order for this game to actually go ahead and avoid all those copyright issues. There was definitely a lot of people in the Combat Master community that assumed that I hated the game or that I was trying to get it shut down, and those people were wrong. And Combat Master, the devs themselves, they realized that. They understood where I was coming from, and because of that, they made me one of their official content creators. They wouldn't do that unless they were willing to listen to constructive criticism and to feedback, because again, I was one of the most critical content creators making videos for this game every single day. So that, in my mind, shows that they are indeed willing to actually change, and they are willing to listen to feedback and actually implement that feedback. Assuming that mindset carries over to the sequel to Combat Master, then I think the game is going to be in a really good spot when it comes to listening to community feedback for the meta, for when it comes to fixing bugs, when it comes to fixing things that are broken or missing from the game. I think that right now, so far, they have shown that they are willing to listen, and they are willing to adjust based off of what content creators want and what the community wants. And I think that that's going to lead to success for the second game. But that's going to wrap it up for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think about the sequel to Combat Master coming out sometime this month. Assuming that there are no delays, are you guys excited for it? What do you think is going to be in the game? Do you think it's going to retain that original Combat Master feel? I'm very interested in hearing what you guys think about the sequel. But with all of that being said, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one.